just for a moment, could you think of one thing in your life where you had set up to accomplish something? You worked hard to achieve it, you made it, and now you feel so proud of it. Can you think of one, two, more? And what is it that makes you feel so good about it? Maybe the fact that no one but yourself had planned it, worked hard to reach or exceed it, just as a proof to yourself. Fellow Toastmasters, honored guests, with this speech I would like to touch upon the subject of human achievement. Perhaps you would agree that striving to achieve is in the very nature of human beings. Referring to some basic instincts, this goes back to the early times when those early people had to survive in the wild nature, hunting for food and fighting other tribes for their territory. Nothing would be given for granted, and to sustain their living and have more, people did have to push the envelope. Today, we live in a much more advanced environment, but the overall trend still goes on, and the overall social surroundings support it. With very few exceptions, in every society there has been high respect and recognition for those who are strong and successful. In politics, business affairs, career, sports, and even personal relations. We do like winning, and we hate losing. We keep pushing hard just for the sake of winning. And sometimes it's no longer a matter of survival, but a self-propelling motive. We do want to win. We want to finish the task no matter what. We want to get there no matter what. We want to get ahead of those people no matter what. From the history, we know examples of some great achievers who would risk their lives to reach a new continent, set up a new route, or just prove a thing everyone before would never think of as achievable. And the trend is, the ambition is ever going, as we know such examples, we learn such examples even today. From the history, we know also examples when people would fail physically, they would die, would never fail spiritually, keeping pushing hard till the last moment. As a gift from my cousin, last year I got a book by a Russian traveler, Fluor Communicators, contemporary traveler, which is a compilation of Fyodor's diaries from his trips of the most recent decade. It's a collection of Fyodor's thoughts about our place in life, truth, love, justice, human spirit, and connection with God. While reading the book, I went to learn more about the author and found a track record that is really impressive. In his travel experience, Fyodor has reached such extreme points on the north as the North Pole 3 times, the South Pole. He sailed around the world by Cape Horn 4 times. He crossed on a rowboat the Atlantic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean. He climbed the Mount of Everest 2 times, and then he climbed the highest peaks on the other 6 continents. Most recently, last year, he accomplished successful non-stop journey around the world on an air balloon. And I just read yesterday his next endeavor will be reaching the deepest post of Mariana Trench. In the rest of his life, Fyodor is an artist, a priest, a builder of churches, a father and grandfather. In all his journeys, he says he would care least about the external recognition, as his main driver was contesting himself. Just to share with you, I got some quotes from the book to give the flavor. When you approach Cape Horn, you feel you stand at the door of eternity, on the brink of a grave into which you could go every minute. You stand in front of God and wait for decision only from Him. Only God will see your path, and only on Him it depends whether or not you will see light on the other side of Cape Horn. And this one, I don't sleep, cannot fall asleep. I wonder if I'll have enough of physical and moral endurance to have finished rowing through this great ocean. Dawn puts end to my memories, but sleep still does not come. I'm exhausted. The nerves are stretched to the limit. The final one, that one who sets the goal to climb the Mount of Everest, reach the North Pole on foot, who see Cape Horn from the boat of a sailboat, must overcome himself and submerge in self-exploration. And only then, the road ahead of him or ascent to the peak will become a symbol or tool for connecting with the surrounding world and learning human limits. Must overcome himself. Clearly, the example of Fyodor Konechov is that of an outstanding achievement we all could take as a challenge. Not a challenge in the sense of repeating it as an ordinary person would not normally claim just one of the set list of achievements, but challenge in the sense of allowing us to stretch our limits in the direction of our passion on a creative motive, bringing us the sense of fulfillment as a prize for breaking our inertia, overcoming our internal resistance, and pushing one step ahead. Thank you very much.